Actually, no. I only had like a mild framework. I got kind of distracted, and my parents have been out, so I've had to do all the chores and whatnot. So
Uh,
I've been a bit, yeah, distracted.
Hmm.
But yeah. If I may continue, I was thinking of a guy with a martial background who is working as like a I don't know, maybe some kind of like guard basically of this particular town. So that's why he has the duty to the town.
hear me?
What?
Okay, I thought I had some working headphones, but they don't work.
Ah,
Well, that blows.
Too bad. All right, so per Mike, he wanted to start with his Minotaur character in the Great Forest area around Harkwood.
Yeah, that's roughly his own base.
Does anybody have the Harkwood PDF?
No.
um, the like what is it? Third edition one, I think.
Well, there's the
Or
map
that one.
I got for Harkwood. Mike, I don't know, if you can take screenshots or anything? But
Mm,
if you existed around Harkwood, you would be somewhat familiar with its layout.
okay.
It's
Yeah, I
the
have
main forest with the Baron. He lives deep in the forest, and then there's a tourney field and some random lord's tower on either side of the T formation over there. But I'm gonna have y'all be much further north because people can't know about the Minotaur in the forest because he might get messed with.
Yeah, let me bring it up on my screen. I just got the PDF thing up.
So there's the old map of southern Caithness Great Forest area.
Hmm.
Good job, sir. This is
So
the part
that's
I fail on. I like to make stories and make a game, but the mechanics and stuff, sometimes they escape me.
Yeah, no worries.
I've been fairly good with numbers, but I can never come up with stories.
So, the town of Harkwood, Mr. Militiaman, is your character's name going to be Dan? Daniel?
um, yeah. Uh, let's call him Daniel. Or what? The. Hold on. Let me bring up the spreadsheet.
I think it said Daniel Towler.
Yep.
So I figured you would be a Harkwood militiaman. Sound good?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say something more, so that's why I paused. Okay. Yeah. Let me. I'm checking the spreadsheet right now.
All right, this will be my final position. So, Grack, it's been about 4 years since you've been in the forest, right?
About two, I'd say.
2 years.
Give or take, yeah.
Enough time to learn the trails around there, become acquaintances with the loggers who join in every once in a while, and carpenters who make their way up there to check out the woods sometimes.
Hmm.
maybe you know of Harkwood and its layout because of what they've told you about it. I don't know if you're
Well,
not curious or
well,
even
the way
care.
I see that there is a fur depot in Harkwood that he goes in to sell his furs to. So he has gone in there, but he tries to be more um, incognito, sort of. He tries to wear a large cloak with a big hood and tries to hide his features a bit.
He doesn't have horns, does he? I saw those horns on the picture. I guess they're curved down. People know he's a Minotaur.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen different images of minotaurs, and the horns go which way they are side, so they can. I'd say they probably come out to about here and cover in a little bit, kind of more like a bison's horns instead of bull's horns.
Yeah, instead of like ram horns.
Not ram horns. The American buffalo, the bison, they're a little smaller than what a say like a Black Angus horns are. They're not these huge honking things. They're small.
So it's not readily known that you're a Minotaur around the
Yeah,
forest.
it's a little bit more. Well, in the forest, like I said, the local goblins call him the Ghost Bull, because in the forest he doesn't wear the cloak or anything. It's his natural habitat. Going into town, he wears a cloak.
Okay. Well, I would like to say that maybe over the past year or so, conditions in the town have worsened a little bit to where the people they seem to be shunning you a little bit more often. People turn their backs whenever you walk down the street. It's like they're starting to figure out that you're this animal. And then somehow people used to be okay with it, but nowadays people don't like to see you in town too much. And you
Hmm.
think it might have something to do with all the new colors of the guards that have been coming in and out. Something Mr. Dan Tyler knows a lot about.
Neat. Hold on. I just realized I don't have my dice with me.
Yeah, I need that savoir faire roll. You're level 12. I can roll it for you.
Okay.
All right, crit success. So through a certain network of cooks and servants, Dan, you've figured out exactly what's going on with this color changing of the guard. The rumors of the nobles mixing in with the elves and their business have all turned out to be true according to your sources. And it
Hmm.
seems they're mixing a little too much. It seems that more and more elves are being stationed in high positions of power among your ranks. I mean, I would guess it's something you're not entirely happy with because it seems that the old values of the town and the actual mayor himself and all the elders of the town are all being pushed out too. They're being delegated to less responsibilities. You pretty much you see what's going on for what it's going on. You know, they're trying
Hmm.
to work out the Harkwood colors and work in the Great Forest colors.
And yeah, because Harkwood borders the Great Forests, and does would my character know about the what was it about how basically that kind of edge of Caithness is fairly weak right now?
Yeah, your character knows about the existing civil war and how a lot of trade has slowed down and a lot of the influence has been shifted back upwards, and it seems like that the elves are they may be taking advantage of that, of all the indecision between the barons, and they're taking this time to you can feel the squeeze being put on them. It's
Hmm.
probably
I better I better look for an elf employer then.
yeah. Well, they're slowly becoming your boss. The only thing is they're elitist and they believe in elven ways, and they are literally destroying the values of your town through politics.
Hmm.
But that doesn't stop them from handing out orders. Now, the order came down one day that they were thinking about doing some expanding, and they needed a senior guard member to head the exploration of these areas that the loggers and the carpenters always warned to never go to, because
Ah,
the elves know there's some valuable wood up there and some really old land that they want to start expanding into, but there's always this strange beast that's always scared them off. So you know a little bit about this strange beast. He's just a friend that's known, well, not a friend, but a rumor around town. He's known to be acquaintances with some of the rougher hands in the town.
hmm.
But as far as you know, he's been there for a while.
Let's see. Well, my first thought is somehow if I could somehow negotiate a deal where, because like if he doesn't want, I mean, we don't have to move like his home or the whatever wherever this creature lives. This is me not knowing who it is or what it is exactly. Um, I guess we would have to scout out the area first, just to know what we're getting into. Though, if there are rumors and stuff, then perhaps I could track down someone who would know a little better. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So I guess as of today, when this order came down, you're enjoying your lunch in the main town just outside the forest of Harkwood. So we'll start you there. You haven't been getting given any soldiers to accompany of you. It's just been this letter passed down to you personally. So,
Hmm. First thing to do would be would probably be getting my equipment on for the day. And I was making sure I had the right equipment written down here. Um, so is because in the character kind of creation process, I decided that my character would use a crossbow and not a bow. But because of that, I need to change his bow to a crossbow. So I need to figure out uh, what the cost of a bolt is, unless it's the same as a bow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, bolts are I think are the same as arrows.
Okay.
yeah, they all cost one and weigh one, I believe, unless you modify them.
No, it's this here. Yeah, bolt for a bow or arrow or bolt for a bow or crossbow is $2. A dart for a pistol, crossbow, or sling is $1. So I already have the price written down there. Or yep, so that should work. Okay, so if it's just me, I'm gonna go. Let me see my skills real quick. If it's just me, I shall use. I think I only have a diplomacy of was it 10 there? So I am going to see if I can use diplomacy on some local villagers and see if I can figure out um, instead of asking like who's seen the creature or whatever, I would be asking who works the land in that area.
All right. I think that'd be pretty easy gossip to find out. I don't know how diplomacy would help you, but we could give it a try.
Okay.
You got your dice? You can roll now?
Yeah, let me go let me actually go grab them real quick.
So, Grack, I assume you're hunting the trails right about now. Make a trapping
Mm,
roll and roll that you get to
yeah,
keep as a.
I'd be checking my traps. I think that'd be safe to say.
Okay. You want to come up with the concept of your home base too. I mean, I guess you just want to. You have traps set up along the main path that leads to your area, right?
Mm, it would be several miles into the Great Forest. Because, A, to make enough, I'd have to trap a lot of animals. Also, to sustain myself, as far as nutrition goes, I'd have to chop a lot of animals.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're not really defensive traps; you're more of sustenance
Yeah,
traps.
it's, I'm a trapper, as
Yeah,
like the
that
mountain
makes
of old.
sense. Cool. Then, whatever if you succeed a trapping roll, whatever you succeed by, you could have a couple new furs.
Mm. Well, that's mom. I don't actually have that skill.
You don't have trapping?
Hmm. That came up like after I already made the character.
I see traps 11.
Wait, did I make traps? No, I did make traps. Dude. Right. Well, woohoo! 6.
You succeed by 6.
That's what I got. 6, yes. So
All right.
the margin is 5. So I succeed by 5.
Succeed by 5. All right, we'll
Yeah.
take up 2 of those points. We'll say is a fine Black Panther pelt. You got caught in your bear traps.
I want
And,
one Wolverine.
so fine Black Panther pelt, and I guess another bear pelt because it's been a while since you caught a bear.
Oh, I want
And
Wolverine.
you can do something with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daniel,
Yeah.
let me see roll.
Right. I got some dice here. No, that doesn't work. I was thinking if I rolled them like on a table, that like I could just be like, ta-da! And then you could like see the dice.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I got a 5. Sweetness.
Yeah, if you roll them right there on that little spot, we could see it, but our faces cover up the other parts of the table. So you succeeded. Villagers of Harkwood, most of them know you by face from your patrols and such. They accept your conversation readily, and you. I guess, do you want to lead the conversation, or should I just role play it out and get to the point?
So yeah, basically I'm like I'm looking for the woods peoples, the hunters, trappers, foresters, etc., who are working in that region because um, we're working on an expansion there, and we want to know if there are anyone who isn't like I don't know on the census or something who's living there. That way we don't end up just trying to chop down stuff that they're living in.
Well, the grown man you're talking to there with the person beside him looks oddly similar to him. They both start nodding and looking at each other and said, "Yeah, well, it's supposed to be the old logger's secret, but we got what you would call a friend up there. He pretty much looks after us whenever the larger animals come a-calling. You know, we're pretty good with our axes, but when it comes to the bloodthirsty, try to keep our distance. I don't know how much I should tell you of it, but go talk to old Black John. He's about 2 miles north up the main path. Should find a little side trail that leads to the loggers' camp where they try to keep their camp a little secret because they got a lot of important business going on up there.
I will.
Tell you, and you should get a pretty fine welcome."
Okay, so my character will remember that, and
The man waves after you and starts calling like, "Hey, hey!
Mhm.
I noticed." He waves you over. He says, "So, I noticed you just got a new captain too, a blonde-haired fellow with long ears. Is that happening a lot around here?"
hold on. Indeed, it is. It seems the elves have been replacing our Our officers, uh,
Both
officials,
men
dignitaries.
cross their arms at the same time and
Hmm?
get stern looks on their face.
Hold on, I dropped a die
That's fine.
in a
Well,
bag somewhere.
me and Johnny here, we think maybe they've been stepping a little too far. They like to demand what's not theirs, at least in my opinion, but I'm just a carpenter. What do I know? Sorry to take your time, sir. I'll see you.
I found it. It's hold on.
All right.
There it is. Okay, I found it. Whew.
So, the guy, Carpenter Jim, he just let you know where you need to go. And him and Johnny obviously don't like the elves.
Hmm. So I'm looking for a camp
Yeah.
out in the whatchamacallits.
Go and give me a survival woodland roll.
Hold on, let me see if I have that. I think I
Me or Daniel?
yeah.
Okay, Daniel.
I have that at I only have that at 9, so let me see.
You get let's do +3 because it's really easy.
Okay. Okay. I got 262, that's 10.
10.
So I failed by 1. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. I failed by 1 on the unmodified. It's +3, then I succeeded.
Yeah, +3.
Oh,
You get a +3 modifier gives you more room to fail.
okay.
Raises the target number. So what's your effective?
Okay, so if it's 9, an effective skill would be like 13.
12.
And I rolled a 10.
Plus 3 would be 12. But yeah. Yeah. Question. What's the
Yeah.
elvish attitude towards minotaurs?
Uh, well, I don't think Grak knows much about elves. He's only been in human culture, and the elves keep their distance from Grak. He's never actually clearly seen one in the forest.
Ah.
He may have seen scouting parties from a large distance, but they disappeared before he could investigate.
So he doesn't know from his contacts in town what their opinion is of his race.
Uh, prob, I don't know. Probably not. I don't think the elves. A lot of the elves in Harkwood are high-level movers, so they probably wouldn't speak with the villagers. So the rumors would not be communicated back and forth.
Okay.
They know you're there. You know they're there. You probably know that the people don't like them too much, but they haven't messed with you yet.
They'd be smart not to.
Yeah.
Hmm. I uh Zach he said he couldn't make it, but I was just checking if we could have lunch later because I just got some money from a job and I was all excited. And now I'm hungry. Uh, so yeah, could I have like a not a map but like a direction I'm going?
You're still headed north. You
Okay.
walk about 30 minutes, and you see the side path with the boot prints. The woods aren't that heavy here. It's a bunch of young trees, about 20, 10, 15, 20 feet tall, here and there. The path is well established where you're at. It's about a cart wagon wide. And the one that juts off to the right looks to be a little more rutted, like boots and heavy feet. I've been stomping up and down very often, but not many vehicles or large wagons and stuff.
Hmm.
It doesn't look like they drag cargo and stuff to there. It just looks like they walk a lot.
Hmm.
How far am I from the loggers camp?
Loggers Camp is about, I would say, like 3 miles probably away from where you're at.
Okay. Which
Like
direction is the wind?
hours.
What direction is the wind blowing?
It's a good question. Probably from west to east.
So
Probably
Gonna
the Great
roll.
Desert nearby, so it's going to be a hot, dry wind that just picked up the smell of pine as it blows through your forest.
okay, so it's now blowing from his direction towards me, right?
No, you
Oh.
probably wouldn't smell them yet.
Okay.
But
Okay, so I'm
so
gonna
as you
be.
go back, you start seeing you see 3 or 4 very solidly built log cabins on either side of this path. What looks to be a large cooking pit with a bunch of stone seats around it in the middle. It's about a 20-yard wide encampment with these permanent buildings, and out front of one of the longer buildings at the very end on the other side of the fire pit, you see looks to be a tavern. The front porch is wide open. There's many tables, and there's many men with beards and short cut off sleeves, drinking and carousing.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna find what was it? Old Black John or what have you,
There you go.
or the 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 person they sent me to. My short-term memory is failing me currently, but
That's good.
um, yeah, basically my next lead, who's supposedly at this camp, who might be able to tell me a little more.
All right, so you probably need to approach someone. How are you going to handle that?
Okay, I'm gonna
So as you make
actually
your way around the fire pit and approach the porch where all the men are laughing, one of them turns and stares at you and nudges another one, and they all turn their head and the laughter dies down.
yeah, I was thinking that they might notice the whole guard get up. Um, um, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to let's see, kind of play it officially. Um, and basically, I was thinking of rolling a savoir-faire military and basically sound like I've been officially asked to scout out the area uh, for like the Baron's purposes. That's what I'm thinking. Will that work?
Sure, you're rolling
Okay.
seven.
Savoir-faire. Here we go.
Fair player, you can,
Uh,
fine. I'll just tell you if the approach is bad afterwards. See what happens.
we got a 12. Okay, 12, and I got a 12.
Right on the dot.
Hmm? Yep. Well then.
All right, so I'll just role play it out for you. I guess you approached him, your hand on your hilt, and you stop just before the bars on the outside and give them a slight military bow, and you start scanning the room, and you see immediately that there's there's a blonde-haired gentleman with very sharp eyes in the back table who stood up a little bit quicker than the rest of the people and has not stopped staring at you. Everybody else kind of just is looking around and joking. Look at this guy with his shiny armor. He's never seen dirt on his boots in his days. He wouldn't know how to handle a good axe. Blah blah blah. But this one guy is not saying anything, and behind him is a very large gentleman still sitting down who hasn't even turned your way. This is a bald man with very dark skin tone and ears as big as satellites.
Does he look old?
You can't tell he's turned around. He doesn't have any hair, but he does have a bunch of rolls on the back of his neck.
Maybe he's old. Uh, okay, I'll introduce myself by saying that what's his name sent me. The The friendly fellow I met back at the more familiar camp.
Okay, so you reference Carpenter Jam.
Name drop.
There you go. Should make you have an IQ roll, but
Oh
I'll
yeah.
um,
Well, let's see. That'd be an IQ roll? I don't know what that would be.
I mean, you don't remember the guy's name,
Yeah, I should probably have an IQ roll for that. In all fairness.
so that I have to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. What? I have to re-roll the one I dropped.
God.
Okay. And I got a 14. I failed by 4. Uh, What's his name sent me? You know, the guy, he's about this tall.
The majority of the group starts chuckling at you. Some of them sit back down to their drinks and turn away. Blonde-haired gentleman still has his arms crossed and is looking at you pretty sharply still. He leans over to the large gentleman sitting beside him, whispers a few things you can't hear.
Hmm.
Back up, gives you a little salute. And he turns around, sits down, and the large gentleman turns around, gives you a little salute. And the blonde guy waves you over to the table.
Hmm. Wait, can you repeat that very last sentence? It broke
The
up a
blonde guy
little.
waves you over to the table with him and the large black gentleman.
Okay, so I'll go over there and meet with them because I don't know. Maybe my guesswork is that maybe they were expecting a guard to eventually come by the neighborhood and ask questions. So let's see what happens. I'll go sit with them
The
and
blonde
introduce.
guy pulled out the chair for you directly across from the large gentleman. As you sit down, the majority of the eyes in the group come off of you, and the big set of eyes right in front of you stare you down. This man's got a burned face on one side, so his eyes stretched up to the right. So that part of his face is burned white. The rest is very black. He's probably the darkest man you've seen in this region. Probably came from the other side of the deserts.
Hmm.
Or Al-Haz or Al-Wazif. Can't really place him. He speaks to you in a dark voice, says, "You make a fool out of yourself up there. What business does Shiny Pants have down here with the woman in the rough?"
Well, by the Baron's orders, I've been asked personally to check out this area for any sort of structures that we may need to add to the census before entering the area for logging and wood extraction.
You wouldn't be having business with them elfin folk, huh? We had them here last week asking us about the same things, but I don't think we can go nowhere, man. We have this private operation for many years now.
Hmm. Well, I guess a good question I should ask was, what should I return to my lord with? I can't go back and tell him that that I didn't that they just told me no.
So, well, tell me this, man. You swear allegiance to your lord, whoever that may be, or to your land, your people?
That is a good one. Actually, I don't know. I don't know the answer. Quick, like, side out of character note. I didn't think that. Hold on, let me check real quick.
I think it's a moral decision, a personal choice.
Yeah, because my character has chivalry, honesty, duty to town, but he also has selfless. So he does have a kind of like a mixture of who he's really aligned to, because he doesn't want to break the rules, but he also
Yeah,
uh
the conflict of interest,
yeah, a conflict of interest.
which is
Um,
really awesome as far as our role playing goes.
Hold on, you're
Huh?
breaking up, Steven.
What was that, Stephen?
Oh, it's just role playing. What'd you say?
Oh, Bori or me?
Well, Mike. Mike said something.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that conflict of interest is, as far from a role playing perspective, is actually pretty cool. Gives more depth to the character.
Hmm. You know what? When I really think about it, uh, I'm in a feudal land, and the land may change, but the people won't, unless like all the people die. But that's more likely that the land will change. So an allegiance to people, I think, would be more important. So my character's
Ooh.
decision is his allegiance is with the people, not the land.
Ooh. The large man crosses his arm and leans back and begins to nod, and you see a slight smile. Give me roll perception real quick.
Okay, let's see. I got perception 10. What? Oh, I keep
You're not
dropping.
having a good night with the dice.
I need a. Oh, I should have like a plate out here, just or like a bowl. Just toss them in a bowl, like a bunch of
A
fortune
dice
telling
tower.
things. And I got 13. Seriously, dice. Seriously.
All right. Well, the man chuckles. He says, "You know, I think I might could like you. Too many of them shiny pants up there bend over backwards for their new elf lords just because they have the money. People forget where they come from sometimes. I tell you, we know where we come from. Me and all the men around me. We know we belong here. And the people of your village, they know they belong there. And I don't think if something isn't done, they will drive us all out. The elves will take the land from the people. But that's just my opinion. One of my friends, I believe he may think the same way. You know what? You should go meet him. I will take you to the path that leads down to his area of the woods, but you must go alone and face him.
Hmm.
If you're man enough, you can protect your land from these elven invaders. They may not be killing people, but they still invaders. So he waves around, and one of the lankier looking guys, definitely a subordinate, comes over and he whispers a few things to him. Said, "Follow Aram here. Aram will take you where you need to go."
Okay. Neat.
So,
That was
so I
cool.
assume that friend is me.
Plot twist. It isn't.
Section for 45 minutes, and then we'll finally get to you, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I just want to roll to make a wicker basket all of a sudden. Okay. And now I'm going to invest in stocks and bonds. Hold on. Let me invent gunpowder before I even get there.
Okay, so after that, anyway. So I think now is a good time to shift over to Mike.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fair.
Okay.
Okay, Mike. So you checked your
You.
sure
Yeah.
a little far today, and you checked the outer traps you haven't gotten to. So you're carrying. Well, I guess what you got trapping. Oh, actually, it's count for stuff. Give me a survival woodland check at -2 to see how well you skin those guys.
Okay. So
Butchered
the
pelts.
effective is 12 then, right? My relative level would be 12 then.
Yeah, effective would be 12.
10. So I succeed by 2.
So then you've got you've got a light panther pelt and a light bear pelt strapped across your back. And you're off walking, but something in the air, something is smelling different. There's like there's a faint scent of sulfur in
Sorry.
the air. You can't pinpoint it, but it smells like it's coming from the north side.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's troubling.
But the sun is high in the air right now, and the birds are chirping, and the slight breeze carried the smell of sulfur. But you don't really have anything else planned for today, do you?
Not really. I think I've checked most of my stuff in traps, so we should be good.
The smell starts to get a little stronger, and you start hearing a boom, 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 boom.
Oh, fun. Okay.
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
All right, well,
Gonna
give me
go
a perception check, Greg.
get more to drink.
Perception check. That's a 12. Ah! I got 4. So I succeed by 8.
Okay, so
You see everything.
Yes, I do!
as you're walking down the path, trying to trace the sulfur smell, the trees, you open up into a nice clearing, and the trees part above you, and you see this very large creature in the air with shining red scales, with a tail about 30 feet long, wings spanning about 40 feet to each side, and the sulfur smell is about to overpower you now as this creature's flying above you, and you hear a very ear-retching screech as it flies above your forest towards the northeast. It's about to go out. It's about to pass over the trees of the clearing, but there's a hill on the edge of the clearing. You may be able to catch a glimpse if you hurry.
Okay. Would Greg know what the creature is right off, or?
Well, nothing's been heard about or talked about from something like that for a very long time.
Okay, so no.
Give me an IQ check.
Okay, IQ check. 11. Hey, 7. Succeeds by 3.
Then you start hearing a soft feminine voice in your head, and in your mind you go back and you feel the chains around your wrist, you feel the iron ring in your nose, and she's saying to you, it was the old days when the lands weren't quite settled, and the great worms conquered the air, and they split the sky with their screeches. So you put two and together, and the old drawings that your mistress had showed you of these great lizard beasts flying through the airs, the dragons and worms, you're able to put that together.
I softly whisper to myself, dragons.
Yeah, you're reminiscing a bit.
Okay, let's see if this is enough light. Oh, wow. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right. Whew.
I got a little bit of sunlight, but actually this is a candle.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just really like candles. They're really easy. They're really soft on the eyes. So,
All right. Give me a will check.
Will. Oh, I made sure my will was good.
Yeah. So
Okay, so that is 12. Succeed by 1.
all right. You just feel a little bit dizzy, and the image of the lady taking care of you is really strong for a moment, but then it starts fading away, and her voice echoes through your ears as you take a deep breath and bring yourself back to now. And stop reminiscing over your lost love for a moment.
Now that's quite painful considering how She died. Okay, so the dragon went towards the hill off to the north, you said? Or is it the left?
Past the trees, but I don't know if you could catch a glimpse of him now. You just know that he flew off far to the northeast,
Okay.
and it was very strange. You've never seen anything like that before, and gives you an uneasy feeling.
So did it land at all, or did it just keep going?
It kept going. I mean, you might could give me a dexterity check to see if you make it on top of the hill, and then a perception check to see if you can find it in the air again after you make it to the top of the hill.
Okay, so Dex is 11. Oh crap! No, I failed on that one. That's a 15.
So you stumble and gravel slides out from under your feet, and you hear this distance as it fades off, and he's gone. You have no idea where he went. Okay, so sun is starting to go down a little bit. Probably time to head back home.
How far you'd say I was away from my camp? My camp.
About a mile and a half out. You went to the outer reaches this time. So it
Okay,
went.
so that would be definitely probably 2-3 miles.
Okay.
No, you said about a mile out. So no, that would be about 20 minutes, depending on the train. So yeah, I can make it back to the cabin.
Yeah, definitely before dark.
Okay.
All
So
right.
yeah, I head off back home.
All right. So you give me one more perception check.
Yeah, the perception. Come on. Yeah, good. 11. Succeed by
So you
1.
start approaching your cabin, and just along the edges of the clearing of your settlement there, you noticed a tall figure with long wavy hair and pointy ears circling, looking at your establishment there. And he seems to be looking down, writing something, and then looking down and writing something again.
Okay. I want to try to be pretty sneaky about this. I want to make a stealth check. Hopefully I will succeed well enough. No, I failed. Shit. I think I'd be better at that. Yeah, I got 13.
The elf still hasn't quite noticed you, and he seems to be walking from the back of your settlement around the outside back toward the front, the main path that goes back toward the main settlements and town and all that.
Okay.
And if you want to make another stealth check, we'll have a contest real quick. Because he failed whenever you failed.
Good. I got 11. Spot on.
11. And what's
Yes.
your stealth?
11.
Right on. Okay, so you audibly hear the branches break underneath your feet, and the elf looks up and starts rolling up his paper simultaneously, and he slips it into his backpack as he's running off back towards toward the main town of Harkwood. And he's pretty quick. He gets off before you really see where he went.
Oh, damn.
As you see that figure disappear into the woods, you can hear footsteps coming down from the main path area. Looks like two human figures.
Has the wind changed direction at all?
They're coming from the south, the main path. Back
Okay,
to
so the
town.
wind has not changed direction then.
No, it's still blowing from west to east. You
Okay.
can't pick up on their scent just yet. The smell of
Okay.
sulfur is clearly gone from the air.
Okay, okay.
It does smell like it might rain soon. Large clouds start building in the air.
Alright, Yeah, I want to make a survival woodland check to see if I can't figure out how long it'll take for it starts raining.
I think that's weather sense. I think
Well,
I could
again,
go for that.
with survival, it's that goes along with it. If I've been out there out in the woods long enough, I would get a good idea. I actually got 8, so I actually
Yeah, even with
succeeded by
the
6.
default, you still did pretty good. Yeah, you think before the sun goes down tonight, there should be a storm passing over.
Okay, so how many hours till how long till sundown?
I will say there's 4 more hours. Four
Okay,
or five.
so it's about 4 hours till rain.
Sun is past its peak. It's definitely on its way down.
Okay. How close are the 2 figures now?
They're a good 50 yards out. You can see them coming around the path up ahead. There's not much brush or low trees on the path leading right up to your place because usually only friends know about the path that leads up there, so it's not like it was hidden very much. And it leads to your encampment, whatever that looks like, if you want to describe it for Dan.
Okay.
If not, then y'all can just meet.
Well, the clearing is only about ooh, 100, about 100 yards in diameter. I took most of the large trees down. Uh, I only have a small one room cabin, a heavy moss roof that's only about 6 or 7 feet tall. About it's like an 8 by 12 at most. Um, that's really about as descriptive as I can get with that without actually trying to design it.
How big was your cabin?
About 8 foot by 12 foot.
8 by 12 in the center of your clearing.
Yeah.
Sorry, give it about 4 hexes.
There are some stretched hides and flushing beams and stuff that goes along with trapping.
You don't have any? Did you make any fences or anything? No palisades.
No, again, I'm a big
Enough.
freaking monster. With a big freaking axe. Yeah.
Yeah. Not much to be afraid of. As long as you can see it coming, right?
Yeah. With cute senses and hard to kill, yeah, not much can take me on.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me of the mechanics to your disadvantages and advantages and stuff like that. I'm not too schooled in GURPS, but I do
Yeah,
like it.
neither am I. I'm going to have to take some time to look it up
Yeah.
when it comes around.
All right, so Dan, your companion has stopped walking beside you, and you can see this little cabin now clearly up there, and you can almost spot some movement up there. You tell what you've come to see is pretty huge, but your companion is not following you anymore. He's actually turned back and said, "You got it from here, bud."
Just drop me off. Okay, I'm gonna go find this friend of theirs, and pretty much ask him about the area and what I should be expecting for zoning, I guess. Because that's pretty much my job. I'm not. I'm less of an adventurer and more of a
Bureaucrat?
civic consultant. At this
Yeah,
moment.
I think I'll make you shoot your pants.
Okay. Uh. Okay, so I'm gonna mosey on over. Do I see the cabin? Is it like? I mean, am I in the
Yeah,
clearing?
directly ahead of it.
Okay, well then I'll just mosey on over and knock or whatever it is that you. If there isn't a door, I'll just like knock on the wall. I'm too afraid to knock it over, so I just clap my hands. I'm like, hello.
Okay. As far as I recalled, I was still outside.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
what are you going to do, Mr. Greg?
Well, considering that the forest can be quite damn dangerous, I'm fully kitted out. I have my axe, armor, and all that good stuff on. So,
Yeah, I don't think David quite spotted you yet. He just seen something moving around there.
okay,
You're
so
going to make an entrance.
I'm gonna make it a stealth check to sneak up behind him and scare the hell out of him. Ooh,
I
10.
I just hurt
Yeah, I succeed by one.
myself, but I'm fine. Except, oh, there's my dice. Okay.
I succeed
So
by one.
you successfully for Mike. Give me a perception check, Dan.
Me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me see.
you have to succeed by 2.
Okay, let's see what we got. Perception 10, and here we go. This time I'm gonna block it with my forearm. Got 3, 3, 1, 7. Oh, did you hear me?
No,
Oh,
No.
3, 3, 3, and 1. That'd be 7.
damn it.
Wow.
The only
How
good
the
roll
hell
I've
can a
had.
city boy like you actually hear me? That's not right.
Maybe he saw you. There's still light.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
I just circled around.
Maybe it's like in the movies, you just stepped on one twig, and I heard the twig.
Yeah. All right, so you obviously spot him. You turn around, and you're
Okay.
totally unfazed by the 10-foot albino minotaur with red eyes.
7 for 3.
Oh, 7.
Okay. I should. You sure I shouldn't roll I don't know. I wouldn't call it like a full on fright check, but I think my character would be like, "Oh, this is unusual."
You
Well, the
weren't
reaction
surprised.
modifier is -4 for his appearance, so.
You're very fearless. You got 3 levels of fearlessness, so why would you be
Yeah,
afraid?
and combat reflexes.
It's not like he's
I
surprised.
Yeah. Okay. So I turn around. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, since I don't think I was informed that he was a Minotaur, so my character doesn't think that this guy is the guy who lives in the cabin."
And let me remind you, the reaction modifier is a -4 to Greg, just due to its appearance.
I
Yeah. Okay. So
mean, okay, so you got -4 for appearance, and then you've got +3 for his fearlessness. So if you were to make a fright check, it would be against your will at -1, which I don't see you failing.
well, let's or I was or not that. I was thinking what if I rolled a what is it like a reaction roll, a reaction check.
That's for NPCs.
Okay. Okay. So.
Just saying.
Ow. Okay, my character still doesn't know that the Minotaur was the occupant. Technically, what my character was looking for is, I don't know, some logger or something. So
But you are.
Dan is. Hmm?
It's not like you would insult him offhand. You still have to be nice to him because you're chivalric.
Oh yeah. So what's the first thing I would say then? Uh,
Now, hold on, I think I would initiate this because, well, he's on
okay.
my land. I want.
Yeah, you got the axe.
Yeah, I got the big ass axe too. I want to roll an intimidation check. Woohoo!
All right, that'd be a contest versus your will.
Yeah, that might. Oh shit, I screwed up here. Okay, either way,
So David will.
9. So I succeed by 3.
Okay,
So
then hold on to those numbers. Would I roll my will modified by fearlessness?
Yeah, fearlessness I think would counteract intimidation.
Yeah,
But
that's
Would
would
make sense.
would he be negative due to my appearance? Because
um.
my
Uh,
appearance is a negative
We'll have
four
to check
for.
that. Actually, yeah. Let me look that up real quick.
I think the reaction modifier would be to initial reactions.
No, let me check. Uh, um, let's see. If you're that's it. If you have an appearance hideous or worse, so hideous, monstrous, or horrific. But oh, did you remember to include your size modifier?
I don't have one.
You don't?
No.
He's 7'3". He's not
Yeah, that's
humongous yet.
about the tallest the Minotaurs can get.
Well, no, as
They're
in.
okay. Let's put it this way. They're the way they are in fourth edition D&D. So there would be a medium-sized character.
Well,
So
yeah.
large and
1 second, guys.
3x.
Okay. Mike, the reason I mention it is because for humans it was supposed to be, I think it was like 7 feet tall, 7 foot flat was the.
Yeah, I looked at the
Huh.
here. Yeah, I got the template right here, and there's nothing for secondary modifiers.
Hmm.
So there's no.
I only bring it up because I remember Minotaurs being tall enough in GURPS to be size modifier 1.
I guess it depends on what version of a Minotaur it is. According to
Yeah, I think it's
uh,
possible,
yeah, according to
but
Banestorm, there's just a modifier 0. That's it.
plus you're the albino monitor. You're probably the runt of the litter, but still pretty big.
Yeah. Well, he's 15 strength after all. Okay.
Okay. Um. So yeah.
So whoever wins out of the fearlessness added to will, and then your intimidation, I guess would give you +1 for your ugliness.
Okay, so that
So
will bring it up to a.
And I got 12. Really up my. Wait.
Yeah, I won.
Why
No,
did
that
I?
was.
well, he was
Oh, I
succeeding.
got 14. Sorry,
I
my
got 14.
mathematics is terrible today.
Yeah. So yeah.
So role play that. That's between y'all. I can't dictate player
All
character.
right.
Okay.
I get right in face. Say, who
So
the hell are
I.
you?
I'm forced to be a little bit afraid of him.
Okay.
Okay, so I failed by a pretty significant margin.
I succeeded by a rather significant margin.
Okay, so my character stops for a moment. He doesn't say anything. Uh, he tries to draw the heater shield from his back, because that's the first thing on his mind is even if he can't draw a weapon immediately, he'll draw his shield. That way, at least if you do attack, he can defend himself.
All right. I lean in this close.
This
Snort. Who the hell are you?
breath.
Sorry, what was that, Steven?
Said you can feel the hot minotaur breath on your middle lands on your cheek.
Yeah. And snort. Who are you? Why are you here?
Daniel Teller, and I'm a knight of well, I guess now I'm a knight of the people, knight of the people of Harkwood.
That's great.
Come on behalf of the Baron simply to check this land, scout this land out to make sure it is safe and ready to be harvested.
No one's harvesting my land. Leave.
I'm sorry, I cut you off, Mike.
I was just saying, no one's harvesting my land. Leave.
Oh,
Okay, I told you it was his land.
okay. Um, what? Dang it, die. I'll get that later. Um. Okay. What should I tell my lord when I return?
You found nothing.
I I bumped into a bear. There's lots of bears. There's so many bears, and they all have uh, bear rabies. You don't want to go there. Full of bears and rabies, and they play loud music. The property value is way low.
Make an IQ check, Dan.
Okay. And I got 11 out of 10.
Okay. Your mind is quite blank at the moment. All right, so this is interesting. All right, let's see. Let's do a give me a roll against your duty to town, Dan.
Okay, 9 or less. I got a
11.
ah. Okay then. Well, I guess the town comes first. I have to tell them about the Minotaur anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
you think that just maybe this Minotaur might present a threat to the people of your town because you don't know much about him.
yeah, that would make sense as far as what my character would think. So yeah, I'll put my shield away. I'll return back to town. Be all like, okay, well, I won't tell anyone, but on the way, I just kind of realized that I have to tell someone, uh, both because of the Minotaur and because I still need to tell them about the region. Okay, so that'll be what I do. I go back to I just walk silently past all the camps and go ahead and tell my Baron that there's an albino minotaur living in the woods.
Right. On your way out of the portion of the woods that the Minotaur lives in, the trees start to get younger and the path starts becoming more clear. And you can see the buildings of the loggers camp out in the distance. And leaning against one of the trees there, you could spot him. It doesn't look like he's seen you yet. There's a nice big bushel of blonde hair leaning against a tree. Looks like he's waiting.
Okay. Does he look familiar?
It's the same man who was with Big Black John.
Ah, okay. Okay.
He hears you. Huh. How'd it go?
Uh, I didn't soil myself, but I almost did.
He starts chuckling.
Then
Yeah, Grack can do that to a few folk. I'm surprised you came back with shiny pants.
Yeah,
How did he
well,
take the news that your elf lords passed along?
I didn't ask him about the or I didn't. Oh, right, that. He didn't take too kindly to it. He seems to be want to be left alone, which seems to be a conflict of interest. Oh,
The blonde guy starts pacing towards you slowly, and staring you in the eye. Says, I don't think Grack will go anywhere. And I don't think we're going to go anywhere either. So if you really abide by your elf lords, go run back with your tail between your legs. Tell them nothing's changing around here.
I still need to go to the. I uh, I huff in defeat and wander off uh towards the town.
All right, give me a perception check.
Doke. Oh, I got a I got a 9 out of 10.
Addison. All right. You're not quite sure how you noticed, but on your way back, you look back through the trees, and as you just leave sight of the loggers' camp, up in the branches, there's leather-clad elves with bows drawn, and they seem to be leaping from tree to tree toward the loggers' camp.
Hmm. Are they I suppose are they wearing it like anyone's banners or anything?
You can't tell; they're just dressed in plain woodland leather.
Hmm.
There's only one community elves around here.
Well, yeah, but like as a guard, I would know that at least in Harkwood, mercenaries have to wear the color of their employer. So if I see them running around in the trees, that I'd be like obligated to mention that.
All right, roll your heraldry.
You know, uh, heraldry.
It's at 9.
Yeah. Though it doesn't seem like it seems like something that anyone in Harkwood would know. I would like to count that as routine, but it's up to you.
Routine, sure, but not everybody puts their markings in the routine place.
Well, no, as in like, I mean like, if they're not obviously wearing the color of their employer, then they're either being more sneaky about. Anyways, let's see, I got
11.
11 out of 9.
You failed with your heraldry anyway.
Man, you're rolling pretty bad here, Dan.
Marking.
Yeah, heraldry.
What? Mike?
I was just saying he's rolling pretty bad tonight.
Yeah. It's just the intro session anyway.
Yeah.
So you decide to continue back to town?
Yeah, I figure with all the rough incidents have already. Oh, sorry, forgot to move my mic. I figure with all the rough incidents I've already been through that I'll end up in trouble either way. I'm just gonna go back to town and go back on my beat and do my job. No more albino minotaurs. No more one-eyed black men. No more elves running in trees, doing their Naruto bit.
All right, then. We'll say when you get back to town, you're approached by your supervisor, the long-haired elven chap who took over that position just a few months ago. He says, "You there. How did you do delivering our message?"
I'm still here. I was gonna get up to make a sandwich, but I will remain on the line. Ahem. Uh, can you repeat that?
Please listen, Sir Tala. I do not appreciate repeating myself. How did you do delivering our message? Will
I found the what lies beyond the private camps. Beyond here, or beyond the camps or beyond the lumber yards we know of, there's a minor one up north, and beyond that is a small clearing, which apparently is resided by some great creature. Not sure if my character knows a term Minotaur by name, but
Probably it's widely known that they're Minotaur slaves and Megalos, so the stories travel. You know
okay.
what Minotaur is.
Uh, yeah, he would describe him as a white Minotaur with an axe, living in some sort of cabin of some kind, and with a moss roof and all that.
Yes, how did he take the message when you informed him that we would be expanding into his region?
All things considered, he took it rather well. He asked me to leave, and I left him with the idea that I would not tell anyone, but my duty is to the people of Harkwood.
Mr. Tyler, your duty is to your new masters. Now the Chancellor, who now has power over the Guard, he has ordered specifically that we address all residents up there and inform them specifically that we will be moving into that territory. Did you fail on this duty, Mr. Tyler?
No, I will not, sir. I also have to report a group of. Well, hold on. What would my character refer to them as? A group of freelances moving through the trees on my way back. They appear to be elven.
I've heard enough of your excuses, Mr. Tyler. You are to keep this order to yourself and anything you've seen to yourself. If I hear word of any of these rumors you have, then I shall reprimand you personally.
Yes,
Give
sir.
me the letter. You are dismissed. Go about your patrols. He turns around in a huff and stomps off. Can't handle a simple woodland creature.
Okay. End scene. Okay.
His life isn't going to end well.
Hold on. That's okay. Hold on.
It's very strange. The town come visit you and make strange demands of you. You saw the elves that came about last week, but they didn't hang out like the elves did this week. And to have an elf hanging around and a town guard representative sent your way, very strange.
Yes, I decided to try to camouflage the trail a bit to exclude any folks that don't know already. So we're going to throw a little bit of camouflage. Ah, crap. No, I completely failed on that one.
All right, give it to me 3 more times. We'll say we'll do one for each section of your path. The one nearest to your house.
I got 8 for this one.
That's the second nearest. The just out of sight of your cabin.
4. I got 4 on this one. Damn, almost a critical.
Okay.
And last one. Oh, that one's 6.
All right. So you're pretty satisfied with how the path looks deeper in the woods. The brush you've laid across and the limbs really break up the line. Give me a perception check.
11.
11.
Against 12, so yeah, exceed by 1.
As you're finishing up the last touches of camouflaging your path, you notice way ahead. You can tell it's getting very near to the loggers' rests, their bar and their stuff over there. You see what looks like a log, but there seems to be a very light-colored tuft blowing across this log. It doesn't look like a log.
Oh, hold on, guys. I was gonna say, is it the one of the silliest D&D monsters, the wolf in sheep's clothing?
I got those, but not yet.
Okay.
I don't know how obscure that reference is.
It just looks like a log with a tuft of colored stuff waving about in the breeze.
Alright, I'm gonna try to sneak up and get a better look.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, what was that?
I said you think you'll be within sight of the loggers' rests if you go investigate the strange.
Well, the loggers know me. Yeah, the loggers know me, so they won't think too much of it. Alright, so
Yeah.
stealth check. Okay, that is 9 out of 11, so I succeed by 2.
Okay, so you're stealthily hidden. You're gonna go investigate.
Yeah.
We gotta be
All right.
sneaky, Charlie. Sneaky.
Cape on the ground, and the sun is starting to get below the trees now, so the woods are going a little bit more dim. It's getting late, but before you get within 5 feet away, you can tell that this strange log is a body, and this body has a large tuft of blonde hair, and he's got 3 or 4 arrows sticking out of his back.
Oh crap! I expected this.
So give me another perception check.
9 out of 12. So succeed by 3 this time.
Oh shit.
Take a second.
Okay, so you see on top of one of the buildings a sharp movement, and just as your eyes raise to the top of the building, a pair of lightly colored blue eyes between pointy ears looks right back at you.
Hmm. Okay. So am I spotted or?
Yeah, you're spotted, and you both spotted each other.
How far away is he?
You're just within sight. So, with all the trees involved and everything, I'd say you're about 60 yards, 70 yards away from the encampment.
Okay, that's way too far to throw. Okay.
And the elf appears from the rooftop.
Huh.
But you know the blonde-haired man. He was the second in command around the Loggers Rest as far as those issues went. And he was a really important character. And if he was shot, killed, and dead, the rest of the camp would probably know.
All right. Do here? Do I notice any other oddities around the encampment?
The sound of laughter and roughhousing is not there like it usually is around this time. There comes a logger to invite you for the evening, but no one has showed up. No one's even leaving the camp. There doesn't seem to be much movement at all.
So I don't see any other odd creatures.
Nope.
Okay. I go further in to investigate the encampment, see what's going on.
All right. As you walk into the center where the fire pit is, to the north of you, there's the large bar tavern area. It's completely empty, and to the south, it seems that a lot of wagons have been turned over, and it looks like that the hitching post was completely destroyed, and you see all kinds of stamped hooves on the ground. It looks like there was a kind of a panic. It doesn't look. All the dishes on the table were the dishes on the porch were left out. There's even a door to one of the resting cabins left wide open.
Alright, so I look into one of the resting cabins, the one that has the dory jar. What do I see?
Inside, there's two bodies on the bed, each with large arrows in them sticking straight up. One of them is a large black figure, but he's got a huge axe in his hand, which is covered in blood. But he indeed has two arrows, and he's not moving, and he's lying on his bed. Definitely looks like Big Black John. He was one of the first ones to really take you in and teach you trappings and stuff like that. He's the one that said you should live just to the north of this rest because nobody comes out this far except for us loggers.
Okay. I go and check to see if he is truly dead.
Yes, he is indeed dead.
The rage wells up inside me. I feel a horrific roar of anguish.
All right, sounds great. Dan, give me a perception check. I think your character heard that.
Okay.
Well, let's just say he heard it, just because Minotaurs are powerful voices.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it sends chills down your spine.
Wow, travels all the way out into the town? Shit. Okay. From here, I'd like to see if I can't find any sign or tracks of the fires.
Let's see. All right, you have to make a tracking roll then.
Yes, I do. It's 12.
Make a perception-based tracking roll.
Well, that's
Roll
what
perception first.
trapping is perception based. Oh, not trapping, but tracking. Tracking is perception based anyway.
About the roll, you make one roll and then use the success or
Oh.
failure to make the next roll.
Okay. I
So
got
first
a
is
6.
perception. A 6 on, so now your tracking is going to be +6 to your roll.
Okay. To the roll or to
That's
the relative level?
your effective level will be 16 on the tracking for this roll.
Well, again, tracking is a perception-based skill anyway.
Well, I know the skill is based, but I'm saying I want your roll to be based on perception. So whenever you make a stat-based roll on another skill, then you're getting your bonuses for being good with perception. You're also going to see
Okay,
more from the tracking.
So I
I
roll.
want to give you if you really need.
So it's +6 to the effective level. Gotcha. That is 12. So I succeed by 4 then.
All right. Then see, in your peripheral visions, you notice that many of the trees surrounding they have the side of the limbs, and upon looking further to the center of camp, and then back out down the main path.
Okay, I start to follow.
All right, give me an IQ roll.
That would be a 10. 7 out of 10.
All right, so you definitely put together that elves made this attack, and with your skill at seeing the tracks, you anticipate that these were made at least about an hour ago or so. You know, you don't think you'd be able to track them down. You think
So yeah, I still want to try to follow the trail anyway, because who knows? I think I have decent vision at night, being a Minotaur, so I could probably try to catch up to them if they're only an hour ahead. So,
all right.
so I'll still try to catch up to them.
Catch up to them. See Dexter.
Yeah.
All right, so make a dex roll, or do you have some kind of running skill? No.
Sorry, what was that? Do I have what to?
So you got to make a dex.
Dex roll, okay.
If you have any kind.
So you're breaking up a little bit. What was that again?
Yeah, dexterity roll. Because I'm sure that you don't have any kind of running skill or anything, right?
No.
Wait, is this like speed running or endurance running?
Well, right now he's trying to catch up, so I would assume he's trying to do speed running. So I'm going to demand a test of dexterity between him and his elven prey.
Oh, okay.
11. Hey! 9. Succeed by 2.
That's by 2. All right. Give me another one. Oh.
6.
6? Wow.
Succeed by 5 this time. Yeah, succeed by 5.
Rolling around at the speed of Minotaur.
Hell yeah.
Well, he knows he's a force very well. And Oh, he's a freaking Minotaur.
So yeah,
Oh, does he have the disadvantage allergic to tartar sauce?
No.
Oh,
that's a quirk, not a disadvantage.
oh.
Damn, where's my hardwood map? I just had it. Anyway, I guess I can just make something up. All right, so we'll say it takes you about 45 minutes, and your amazing burst of speed due to your emotional state and anger fueling your muscles, you pound out amazing mileage in a very short amount of time, and you catch up. There's two elves you see ahead of you at this point, and whenever you get within sight of them, they hear you and you're huffing and stuff, and they turn around and they're like they see you, they're ready for you. They know that you're chasing them.
Okay, how far are they away from me?
Okay, now let me set it up in my head real quick. All right, we'll say that 30 yards up, there's a bend in the road, and they are just within sight of the bend. Whenever they turned around, they turned their heads as they saw the bend in the road. It turns more south. The part of the forest that you're going through right now is more southwest, and the path turns south about 30 yards ahead of you. And it looks like they keep going. They haven't quite stopped, but they did turn and saw you and slowed down.
Are they within, say, about 22 yards or more than that?
You can be within 22 yards next turn. They slowed down, so if you keep your sprint going, that's like 15 yards because you're sprinting.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so you start hitting the turn, the bend in the turn, and at this point they've slowed to a walk, and they both got their bows drawn with arrows knocked. But you see them, and you think you're about 20 yards out.
Okay, I grab one of my throwing actions and throw it out.
Don't forget to aim.
Huh. Well, there actually is only 2 on that, though.
It's too
And,
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
not,
but
yeah, but I'm not, also I'm not aiming for any particular part of the body. I'm just trying to get the general torso area. So, my X mace is 12. Damn it! 13!
told you to aim.
13.
Yeah,
So now
I told you, but you don't listen to me.
I missed.
all right, you missed.
Yep.
So the two elves, they slowed their walk and they've got their arrows knocked. They're looking right at you. They say, "Hail, beast! Go back to your damn den. I want it down here. Your foulness. Leave before we shoot."
Again, I bellow out a horrendous roar and flip them off.
uh,
They both raise their arrows straight at you.
do I get a bonus to defense with the double finger defense?
Well, no, the one, because I got my gray axe in the other.
Double finger defense.
Or, yeah, it's got gray axe. Okay.
All right, so you have one arrow flying at you.
Okay.
The other one, you can tell it's obviously going 5 yards to your right.
Thinking. I'm just going to dodge. And I fail. Yeah, 11 out of 9.
So it's like 1d. Where's mine? Hang on. I got my screen has got all the damage tables on it. Whatever, let's say 1d plus 1 thrusting or impaling. So we will say that, where's your DR?
My DR is 6. 4 for the scale armor and 2 natural.
Alright. Wow. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks.
actually pierced your armor, but it rubbed against your thick side scales and kind of broke in between your skin, and it snapped in half in between the skin and the armor, and it just dropped down into your armor.
I just
Alright, so the
grinned.
elves are not moving anymore, and you still have... Well, I can't say you're sprinting anymore because you took an action.
Yeah.
So you could get halfway there in one turn. No, not even halfway there. It would take you 3 turns to get
Okay. So, okay, if I try to throw my other throwing axe, I would, if I aim, I would have to skip a turn, right?
there. Yeah, unless you did an all-out attack with no defense next turn.
Hmm.
I gotta take notes because those are 2 things I needed to have out: my GM screen and my combat cards. Gotta do better next time.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I know all-out attack gives you the opportunity to take 2 actions, but you don't have any defense.
Okay.
And then there's like you could televise your attack to give them give yourself +4 to attack, but they get +2 to defend or something like that. I
Right.
forget. There, I
I'm
gotta
just
get my
gonna
combat.
throw. No, I aim. I'll take the one on the right. My right. Shit! Another one I lost. Alright, well, I failed again.
By 1, huh?
Oh, more than that. Yeah, no. 8, 13, so, yeah. Yeah, by 1.
Alright, we see one of the elves fumbles around and drops his arrow on the ground, but the other one pulls it up smoothly and fires one right at you.
Alright, I will dodge again. So, now it's my turn to suck.
Oh, shit. Nope, the elf sucks too.
Good.
Your armor deflects the arrowhead.
Okay. Now this
How many do you have?
yeah, now this round I start trying to make my way towards him with the gray axe.
Oh, 1d plus 2. Alright, so 1 turn, you're approaching him, right?
Yeah.
So the guy fumbling with his arrow finally takes a shot at you, and it's coming clean shot at you.
Finally! 3! Critical! I dodge, by the way.
So this giant bull creature does a fantastic pirouette perfectly to the left, and just it's gone. No arrow. And then the other elf quickly pulls an arrow straight from his quiver, smoothly up to his cheek, bow in hand, and he fires one more at you while taking a step back. His eyes are obviously wide, and he is sweating a little bit.
Okay. No dodge. Ah, 5. I succeed by 3. 4 rather. 4.
All right, so you can get close enough next turn, not this turn. I think
Okay.
that was
So next turn I can use my gray axe.
yeah.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So one elf, once again, they're very good at pulling smoothly from the quiver and letting it loose in the same instant. So there's one more flying at you.
Okay, no dodge. No.
Rule about multiple
That's one I missed.
disadvantage.
That's one I failed.
You failed?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Damn it.
All right, so you get 1 point of damage actually penetrates
Ooh, just one.
to 1. The tip of the head broke off right under your rib,
Okay.
but it's just in the skin right there, and it broke off.
It's just more of an irritation.
Yeah, like an animal stung you.
Okay, so my turn.
All right, so now you are close enough to move and attack, I believe.
Okay, so I move up to again the one I've been trying to get, the one on my right.
Yeah, but beware, you're close enough this turn, but if you move and attack, then it's going to leave you no defense next turn. But you can be close enough.
Okay, then I'll just finish my move and that's it. Just because I want to be able to attack next turn.
All right. Let's see what's his will. All right, you see the elf's eyes get incredibly wide, but he plants his heels as he drops his bow, and his snarl goes from a wide ass snarl to just thin lips, and he gets real serious and pulls out his axe. And the other guy, the other elf, the one actually that you were approaching, you see him take even more steps back, and his knees start to shake a little bit, and he falls right on his ass as he yells out a high-pitched squeal.
Yeah, it's easy pickings. My turn now?
Yeah, so you got the one on your left with an axe, and then one directly in front of you on the ground.
Okay, both are in range of the attack?
Yeah.
Well, we'll say one or the other. Okay. I'll take the one that's got the axe out. He's the one that's most dangerous. The one that's more dangerous. Okay. Yeah, roll against the 13 for the great axe. Woo-hoo-hoo! 10. I succeeded by 3. Okay.
Oh.
What? Did he fail? Or did he succeed?
So as your right hand comes around with the axe towards the elf, he actually steps just inside your defenses and bends his waist a little bit as your arm passes across his back, and he's still within close range, and you just blew right by him with the blade.
Ah, fuckers.
Brawling. 13. That's 9. So while he's in your defenses where he's at, he sends his knee crashing to the inside of your bullthigh, at the same time putting a elbow right around your neck area. So give me a health check, or I guess it would be strength to wait.
I remember in inventory he has overall +2 DR for his entire body due to tough skin.
Yeah, and skull resistance, damage resistance on a skull.
Yeah, with an extra 2 because of the horns. Okay, a health check.
I got a high threshold, so that would not. So the elf seems thoroughly surprised that your legs didn't fold, and he takes one step back after this little maneuver.
Got all the version of Greg. Okay, so are we going with the whole unwieldy or unbalanced rules for the axes, or we throwing that one out?
Well, I don't think I'm gonna put it in force right now because your strength is 15, and it's you have an axe, a great axe, you know.
So I could attack with it again then, right?
No. The bulk is there's no bulk on those.
No.
Oh, you got a weight of 8 pounds. Man, I'd say a bull could handle an axe like that.
Yeah, I mean my personal rapier is only about 2 pounds or so. So it's not that heavy. Yeah, so a guy that big, a gray axe that's 8 pounds is nothing. So
yeah, it's gonna be like his hatchet.
Yeah.
That he kills a lot.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, if you're in close combat, you still have like a lot of strength, so you could just drop the axe and then like throw the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually. Yeah, well, okay. If I punch the guy, would it be thrusting or swing damage?
It's thrusting.
Thrusting? Shit.
Yeah, yeah, thrusting, crushing damage.
hmm if it's barehanded, it does. If it's barehanded, it does -1 damage. But if you know brawling at DX +2, you get +1, so it evens out.
Okay.
There you go. At least somebody knows a little bit more about these rules than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot of reading. I do a lot of reading on GURPS, so that was one thing I remember picking up. What you got there?
This
Okay.
is my Stein.
Nice.
Ah, Stein.
Okay.
See the guys,
Oh,
the little
what
boy,
I
his
to do?
arrow shot off the top of his head.
Oh,
Apparently,
wow.
this edition is in Germany.
Ooh,
To on Father's Day, you can
gore him.
tear a little boy's face.
I forgot I have built-in weapons. Could I gore him?
That was the best question.
Combat. I recommend grappling this turn and then goring next turn.
Okay, how the hell do I
Yeah,
grapple?
I just realized you have a huge advantage with the natural.
Oh, wait, no, I can headbutt, though. I can headbutt.
Yeah, well, those are one and the same actually.
Ah, well.
Well, as in the term when a budding animal like a goat or a ram or not a goat,
Well,
a
well
ram
no,
or a
he's
bison.
a humanoid, so he can just
Matter.
BAM!
Yeah, yeah, but that's the thing. Headbutt is
So do you have brawling? You can use brawling to
Yes, I
do
do.
that.
yeah, you might as well just use brawling.
Okay, so
There's
I
a
will brawl. What kind of damage would that do? Swinging or
it's
thrusting?
thrusting.
Yeah,
So as well as
thrusting with it. It would be impaling instead of crushing, though.
Oh yeah, because you got the horns. Let me
and being a fleshy creature, I will get a +2 damage, would I?
Your thrust is 1d+1,
Yeah,
so
but again, yeah.
2 times the penetrating damage.
Okay, so it would be okay.
He got standard wood and leather, so he's got leather helm.
Okay, so that is 10, and my brawling is 13. So I got
Great.
it.
wait. Hold on. If he has the striker, then it would be +1 per die. So it'd be doing yeah. So in this case, it'd be 1d +2 plus if he has any bonus from brawling.
It would be if the elf didn't dodge it.
Damn
Okay.
it! I hate elves.
Ah!
So as your head goes sailing by him, his friend finally catches his breath. Actually, let me give him a will check to see if he does that. Oh shit! Actually, he won't. He's actually still crawling backwards,
I can't learn
soiling
that.
his.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the guy's really afraid of albino minotaur with red eyes. But the guy who just dodged your headbutt, obviously a composed elf, probably the senior, brings his axe above his head and begins to bring it down. And yeah, it's heading straight for you.
Okay, we'll
Right,
dodge again. And I fail.
Failed. Damn it. So you see a few sparks fly as the axe head bounces off of your armor.
Nice.
Okay, so it's your
Okay,
turn again.
so I got my axe back up. Alright.
You have to ready again, huh? Oh no, that's what you're talking about. Unwieldy. That's under unwieldy circumstances.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I failed on that. Or did I? That's 11, 12, 13. Ooh! I got it right on the nose. 13. I got right on the nose. So I did succeed, but
What
barely. The axe. I'm taking my axe to the one that just tried to attack me.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 13, so I hit it right on the nose.
All right. Oh, we have a, and he's only got leather armor.
Oh, I get to hit him?
Yeah, you hit
Okay.
him.
That.
Damage,
Ooh,
right?
I might kill him. My damage for the great axe is 2d plus 4. Come on, baby. 6 plus 4 is 10.
10, 9. So what penetrates is 13 points of damage. Yeah. So your axe, as it rips easily through the brown leather on the outside, bright red blood starts spewing down your axe as it penetrates through his torso. And before the axe goes all the way through, you can already see the look on his face. He can't believe what's happening. So he reaches down for his belly as his innards fall into his hands. And whenever you finally pull your axe down from your strike, he's already on his knees and gasps for breath as he tries to put his insides back.
Yes! First blood.
I almost caught my cat.
Roll against your bloodlust.
Okay. So bloodlust would be 9. I gotta roll against 9.
Is the
Shit, I
chat
failed.
function working?
I rolled a 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. It all looks like dinner to you. You can't help yourself now.
Ah, shit.
Have fresh organs, a smell of blood in the air.
I don't think that
A
would look.
screaming. All right, give me a will check. Oh no. Give me a perception check.
Okay. No, bloodlust just means that I just want them dead. I fight to the death.
Yeah, for I think there's a disadvantage specifically for what is it called?
Well,
Wait.
just to be clear on what I'm doing, I'm using your bloodlust disadvantage to control your eating humanids stigma. So
Oh.
I say that your desire to eat humanoids is invoked through your bloodlust,
Hmm.
and I think in a battle like that, you
Hmm.
want him dead and you want him dinner. If you fail your bloodlust, I mean, I'll look up the definition real quick.
Yeah, I just looked. Yeah, I just looked. I got the book here. I looked it up.
It says you always want to finish a battle, you go crazy over blood, right?
Well, what it says is that I fight to the death. I don't let any enemies alive. So the
If
guy that's
I
the guy that's cowering on the ground, I kill him. That's pretty much what it means.
if I may interject, the I remember going through this when I was designing some units based off of or some characters based off of units from medieval to Total War. I was making chivalric knights versus feudal knights, and chivalric knights would have like honesty and chivalry, of course, and feudal knights would have bloodlust, and that's because the feudal knights had no qualms about just they wouldn't take prisoners, they would just annihilate everything, and that was the issue there. Now, if they were like ghoul feudal knights, they would have bloodlust and the disadvantage called uncontrollable appetite, I think,
Oh, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
or I think it's similar enough to the disadvantage I'm looking for.
yeah, like I said, the only reason why I left odious racial habits in there is to simulate the reaction to folks seeing that he's a Minotaur. Uh, it was due to his going generally high will and his intelligence for a Minotaur that he can resist just wanting to eat people.
Yeah, I understand. My logic was that the bloodlust being initiated, it causes you to lose control of yourself for the most
That
part
would be
because
which I did not roll
and the
for.
thing about
I should roll for control, self-control roll for Berserk. That would have screwed me over. Okay.
yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, well, I'll roll that for that then. That's still a 9. Hey, 6. So I succeed
All
by
right,
3.
yeah, so outrage.
Okay, so I keep my cool a bit.
A bit. Now, this bloodlust thing, I thought about it. I really want to use it again, though. So if I can't use it and, players vote out the GM, that's fine. Then we don't want to apply
Well,
bloodlust to your eating of the human.
Okay, so again, I'm in combat, so the bloodlust might take over there to keep me from. Okay, again,
And that I
if I
roll that.
wanted to, or again, once Daniel and I are adventuring together, and he wants to take for a prisoner, I would have to roll against my bloodlust not to kill the guy.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand how it's properly applied. I am talking about improperly applying it.
Mm, yeah, it really doesn't. The way you're talking does not really fit the character at all.
I guess you're right then, but I might find a way to make it happen at some point.
Hmm.
Just to cause turmoil. Okay, so your bloodlust, you want the guy dead, and you know from your woodland survival skills that people don't make it past spilling entrails in the
Yeah,
wild.
he's already dead. Okay, is it back to my turn or?
Hack him away. What's your next move?
Okay, well, I failed my bloodlust roll, so I want anyone around the enemy dead, dead, dead. So the fellow on the ground, he's still prone, right? The one that was trying to get away?
Yeah, he is prone, but he is a good 10, about 15 yards away from you now because he's been steadily crawling backwards. And I guess it took about 4 or 5 seconds for that whole. It was about 3 or 4 seconds for your little killing to take place.
Okay, I think after seeing that, he should be shitting bricks.
Yeah, he's shitting bricks, most definitely. That's why he's trying to run like a fucker out of there.
Okay, so I'm going to this turn. I'm going to run at him.
All right, I don't see anything that would help him, but to give it a dexterity roll to see if he gets up in time. Oh, he really succeeded there. At the last moment, I decided to make it a will roll because before he can run away, he needs to compose himself, right?
Yeah, he needs to
So
stop panicking.
I rolled a 7, and so he did compose himself. He knows now he needs to get the fuck away.
Okay.
That's just if he makes it into the turn order. Now what he's actually going to do is stand up really quickly. Go from prone to standing. Well, he'd be sitting to standing. And he got 10, succeeded by 3 on dexterity. So we'll say he did that.
Okay, so how far am I away from him now?
You moved 1 turn? Yeah, your snout's like 7 yards away.
Okay.
Charge, we'll say you're right there. You're a move and a step away.
Was either of my throwing axes right near me on the way up towards him?
Well, I would say you missed with both of them, and you threw from pretty far back. So if they did land, do you have a? You don't have none of that. Okay.
What?
I was looking for scrounging or something like that.
Mm.
But let's just say make a perception roll. See if you see one near you.
10. Yeah, I succeed by 2.
All right, we'll say there's one on your path and you see it there to your right on your strong hand side.
Okay. How well are you about grabbing it and then throwing it immediately?
I think it would
Kind of
have
like
to be,
almost like an underhand toss.
well, it would definitely be a move and attack.
Hmm.
I was gonna say if you were taking a move and attack, you could do that. If you were standing still, you could just consider it a normal unaimed attack.
Yeah, unaimed attack. Well, I mean, I guess I would have to require a dexterity roll to immediately ready the weapon that you just picked up.
Hmm.
And
I
Okay.
suppose so.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. Stop. Let's do the dexterity check then.
does that make sense, Dan? That I should require that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, it makes
I rolled
enough
6
sense.
anyway.
You made it by one.
No, I should succeed by 5.
Succeeded by 5.
Yes.
Okay, and give yourself a +2 to the throw roll.
Okay, so that would be a total of 15.
Full Minotaur, aren't you?
16. I missed by 1.
Is that with the modifiers?
Yes.
Uh,
Because it would be for
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be over, but no, he's got one more shot at you now. Fast draw arrow. Succeeds. He's going to aim for your face, so I believe that's -4.
Oh, so we're going. So we're doing
No, he's going to hit your leg.
so we're doing hit locations then.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Okay.
definitely do hit locations. Anything you want to bring in, you can bring in. You just have to know it. And hit locations are one of those that are on the back of the character sheet. So I know it. So a modifier is -2 hit location.
No, the face itself is -5.
Well, the elf knows about minotaurs and your hard skulls, so he would have made the decision to aim for your leg, not your head.
Leg. Okay, the leg would be -2. Yeah.
-2 to his bow. 15. And I rolled a 9. Success.
His adventuring days are over.
Dodge. Ah, 7. I dodge. I dodge. I dodge. By
He shall live to adventure another day.
by 2. I succeed by 2.
Oh wait, you moved an attack. You don't get a defense.
What?
Wait, hold
No,
on.
no, 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 no. I stopped and threw.
Oh
I
what?
decided to do it that way. I stopped and threw.
So you're not near him now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that. You got lucky.
Yes, I did.
All right, so you dodged that. So now you have to move to attack him.
Okay. So how far away am I right now?
It's the 6 yards. One
6
move.
yards?
Yeah, on the move and attack, you can still dodge and block. It says.
I thought you couldn't. Oh wait, it's at a penalty, right?
And move and attack, you attack at a penalty, and you can't parry, but you can still block and dodge.
But I wouldn't be
Awesome.
able to attack next turn, correct?
Do what?
And I would not be able to attack next turn, right?
No, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
still attack. You can still attack next turn, but not if you threw the weapon that you're attacking with.
Well, he
Okay.
picked up.
Yeah,
So
I picked up my
great.
throwing axe.
That's awesome.
So I still have my gray axe in my other hand, pretty much at the ready. So, how would I go about tackling him? Would I just use brawling for that, or
I think you would need a what is it called? A grappling skill. So you could use dexterity if you don't have one. Look it up.
let's skills. See if they grappling. Okay, but I mean, but you said within range. If I want to move and attack, I could, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Should be able to take him down. So I move right up to him. Fuck! I missed by 3.
So you got a horrible roll then.
Yes!
Alright, well at least you're within range and you can still dodge.
Yep.
But you gotta ready his axe because you're too close for the bow. No quick draw on the axe.
Okay, so it's my turn now, or
Again.
so it's my turn again. Okay, and you said I can still attack again, right? Right, Daniel? Yes. Okay. So another attack with the great axe. 11. I succeed by 2.
13. I broke even on the dodge.
Damn.
Oh wait, no, I failed.
Ooh.
No, failed.
Time for death.
Death.
Okay, so that's 5 plus 4, that's 9. So right there, that's 9 damage. There was other modifiers, right? I can't remember.
-1 to leather armor, so 8 penetrates, and it's cutting, so it's times 1.5.
Okay, so
12 damage total.
he should be dead.
So he is still alive. He's got a nice huge gash in his chest, and he managed to stay standing.
Oh, damn.
I guess I need a health check. I guess I need an IQ check for the mental stun too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so he's definitely mentally stunned because it's supposed to be if you do at least half damage, he has to get stunned or a check to get stunned.
So yeah, he's in shock.
Yeah, he's been shocked, but he's managed to stay standing. He's just looking at what just happened right now.
So essentially, he's just an easy target.
Oh yeah, hey, did you what was it? There's a rule about being under like a third health. You have like half your dodge, I think. What have you? Okay.
Well, he's mentally stunned, so like whenever you take that much damage, I know the stun happens. He failed that one, but he stayed conscious because of the severity of the attack. I passed the health check and failed the IQ check.
Okay, so I attack again.
GURPS is flexible. What I say goes.
Yes. 10, so I succeed by 3. And
Can't dodge.
so you can't do shit, so I'm just going to...
Describe in detail what you're about to do.
Okay. Well, it's just an overhand attack, so it's going to be... So I'm pretty much going to try to cleave him in 2. Berkeley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom! 10 plus 4 is 14. You said that's only -1, so that's 13. 1.5 times that is 13.
That's 20, about 21.
Yeah, strain 2 falls that in opposite directions. Blood spurting everywhere.
I'd like to make a note. Um, I was testing the GURPS system with a friend of mine, and we had like this creature that had like basically it had like 14 a health stat of 14, and it was berserk, so it was nigh unkillable. And I realized that the only way to kill something that's like that resists so well, like efficiently, without just like cutting it into little pieces, is to do like a coup de grace, because the rules with like beheading are fairly simple.
Yeah, aim for the head.
Yeah, so it's like this this indestructible isn't dying, and you have to cut off its head.
Yeah, that's essentially Grak. I mean, he's got like 17 hit points, well, now 16. Health is 15. His DR over the torso is 6. He has hard to kill, high pain threshold, and of course, Berserk and Bloodlust. So, yeah. He's a tank.
Yeah, when I was designing my character, I wanted to make him reasonably tough. Hold on, what happened here? That's weird.
Your guy's
Um,
control.
Okay, so what happens from here?
oh, but yeah, my character, I wanted to make him reasonably tough, so he has 12 a health stat of 12, but he also has very fit and hard to kill.
Yeah, I just have fit. So, okay, so I killed both the elves. So, what happens from here?
Uh, the body falls into two pieces, and you are sprayed in blood.
Yum.
Are you hungry yet? Because I want to see Greg eat some bodies.
Nope.
He's like, nope, not going to happen. I won't go back down that road.
No, he will not. He made a promise to a little girl 2 years ago.
Let's jump back to Daniel Tala.
Yeah.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
It's funny how much of a knightly name Tala is, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is just noble sounding names. Daniel Taller. Okay, so uh,
Where you're at, and you can tell me what you want to
let's
do.
see. So I'm back at the back at Harkwood, patrolling around, thinking over, what my responsibilities are, because like, I have to protect the townspeople, but what if I have to protect the townspeople from the elves? Uh, and who would I go to? Uh, Unfortunately, I don't have any like streetwise skills. Um, my best chance at
Like most of the valuable information comes from the upper ranks, the military ranks you are familiar with, because most of the nobles do. It's not that seedy of town. You don't think Streetwise would help you out very much.
uh,
Question: did he actually hear my initial roar over the anguish of the death of the loggers?
yeah, I probably would have heard that. So I'm like, oh,
And Carrick. Sorry, that's a nerd joke.
I didn't think that.
Anyway, so you did hear his roar.
Uh, my first thought my first thought is the best way I can get out of this is if I get out of the what is it? I'm trying to think of a way to get out of the out under of the thumb of the elves, but I'm not sure how.
Well, do you need any information? I mean, if you ask the right questions, we might be able to discover something through your roles of
I mean, I have
yeah.
diplomacy, and I also have savoir-faire military.
That's probably would help you out. Your own IQ and heraldry. I mean, so you got to ask the right questions, bro.
So I'm thinking if Harkwood had does have a, what you call it? If Harkwood does have like a sort of fighter's guild or what have you, then I could go there and list myself as a freelance and basically take the next contract out of the city and get a better foothold in an area that hasn't been like half conquered.
All right, give me a roll.
Okay, here's a roll. My cats are wrestling. Snap! You're distracting me.
Cat's meow.
That's not food. That's a wire. Stop that. My cats don't have a very good idea of what is and is not food. Okay, apparently that's a 15. That's bad, but it's not critically bad. It's just regular, original flavor bad.
Uh, your mind begins to be assaulted by all the pictures of the young children and the elderly women that you've been around for the past few years, and their kind faces, all the favors you've done for them. And you even remember old young Sally's little cat that you helped out of the tree, and the day that she pulled that rose blossom from the bush and gave it to you and said thank you so much. You don't think you could leave these people. They mean too much they mean too much to you.
Hmm.
The
And
townspeople
I,
is where you belong. You have that overwhelming
hmm.
sense.
And I need to figure out where the resistance is. Certainly, there would be somewhere besides. Well, I guess I could. Well, my character doesn't know if the loggers are there, so he could go there. Because the loggers were the last people he met who represented the resistance.
Well, a part of
Exactly.
resistance.
That makes enough sense. I just need a good enough excuse to be off duty. Um, if maybe with a savoir-faire military role, I could convince like a deputy to watch my place while I'm gone.
Hit it.
Okay, and I got a 9 out of
Great
12.
job.
Yay!
All right, so you find the nearby deputy. He just happens to be your height and breadth of shoulder, and of course with your shiny pants and shiny hat, you all look pretty much the same in your shining chainmail. And with the dawn sun coming down, or with the dusk sun coming down, it's starting to get a little hard to see. So you think you could pass this guy off as you on your beat, because you are watching the outskirts, and nobody hardly ever checks the outskirts patrol on the edge of the city.
Hmm. Okay. Pause for a moment. I am looking for my phone somewhere around here. Hmm.
All right.
You could switch back for a moment, I guess, until I find it.
I'm having a hard time. I was trying to think of something that Grant could do right now, but
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he's just cleaning off his armor and his weapons and
he's
gathering back up his two throwing axes. There you go. That's what he was doing.
yeah.
Okay. on my phone. Someone just messaged me on Facebook and they're like, "Hey, check your phone." So that's a thing.
Must be important.
Okay,
That's fine. I need the time to think about something. I'm trying to come up with all this off the cuff, so it's
you've
tough.
done pretty well so far.
Yeah.
Like twice as good as anything I've just come up with.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, I the most like off the cuff I ever had was I was playing a Pathfinder game and where like basically I'm just like they find this castle and has a whole bunch of skeletons in it, and so they just start investigating it just because it seems like a cool castle and there might be loot. And then when they get halfway through, uh, they like try to camp out for the night, and then when they wake up in the morning, there's like dwarves outside. And it was just like I just kind of threw stuff together.
That's how it goes. I've got so much going through here though. When I start thinking about it, that I got a lot of bullshit to throw together. Oh, they're outcasting again. Plus, I got all these books, so I can just be like, boom. Okay, there's an archer. Now I got some stats to work with. Okay. Boom, there's a guard. Okay, that's a fight. Let's do this, you know?
Yeah, that's why every time I have like an encounter or whatever. Oh,
I was just saying all you need is 4 attributes for the mooks, so. But yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
every time I have a battle that has any amount of that isn't like a mook, what have you, um, that I'll start statting it up, and then once the stats become more sophisticated, I'll actually put it on a spreadsheet. But I'll put it on a spreadsheet with like usually a list of similar monsters or something, and so I end up accumulating all the things that I've created.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it turns out to be really useful. Thought my brother would be home by now, so that is
But,
weird.
so, you've got all these things going through your mind, and you just convinced this deputy to take your place for a bit so you could go, I guess you want to go check out loggers, right? Because what are you
Yeah,
thinking?
because my character doesn't know if the loggers are there, if they're uh, some of them left somewhere for the night, if they're all having a huge party at Grak's house. I don't know. So
That's
so
probably what's.
yeah, I'm gonna sneak over to the further loggers camp basically, and
All right, well, give me a
see.
stealth.
Okay,
Do you have stealth?
I don't know if I have stealth. Let me check.
We okay. Let's take a
Yeah.
look at what it would be for.
Okay, well, never mind. You're not stealthy then. Just give me a perception check.
Let's see. Okay.
Now hold on, we can do the no.
And we got
Gold.
355. It's 13.
So you failed.
Failed.
All right.
I don't see anything.
Am I between him and the logging encampment?
I left the logging camp at
Well,
you're
yeah.
about
Am I?
you would anticipate halfway.
Okay. Where I'm at, am I in between Daniel and the logging encampment? That's what I'm asking. So on his way towards, will you meet me?
Yeah, if he's on his way out, he will meet you.
Okay. Whew. Almost bedtime.
Okay, so you failed your perception check. So you're headed out of town, and as you're passing one of the outside farm paths, you're walking almost to where the very faint dirt paths begin, leading out toward the loggers areas. And you see to your right, coming up the road, your superior captain, the very prickish elf guy.
Ah,
Crap.
oh, what's
And
okay?
like, all right, and he looks up and he actually sees you and stops for a second.
Ah, he saw me. Ah, I'm just gonna.
He's like 50 yards up the road, so he sees you, but he probably doesn't know who you are right now with the sun going down.
Well, I don't know if I could like if I just walk into the woods, he's gonna be like, "Who's that?"
All right, he turns around very quickly and begins marching off very quickly.
Hmm.
And he even looks back over his shoulder twice at you, walking faster.
Well, if I'm close enough to the camp, I'd like to reach the camp while he's like out of earshot. Or
The camp is the loggers camp that you came from is at least 2 miles up the trail.
How far from the logging camp am I at right now?
You're almost a mile away from the logging camp toward the town. So
Okay, so the elf is about a mile from me then. Gotcha.
go. Okay, guys. What do you do, Mr. Tyler?
I am going to. Well, I don't think shadowing would work without a crowd. I'm going to. I'm gonna stay behind him far enough that he can't like hear me.
Well, he glanced behind. He glanced back at you a couple times. So whenever he sees that you start moving his direction, he actually begins moving faster and begins to cut between buildings, and you quickly lose sight of him. But he has noticed that you followed him.
Well, if he's going away from me, then he probably assumes that I'm some other officer. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage and keep moving. That, or maybe he thinks that he's gonna get caught or something. Either way, it's gonna be so cool. So I'm gonna keep following him, regardless of stealth.
Alright, it's just about 10 o'clock and I actually need to get to bed.
Yeah, I was thinking of ending it soon too.
Yeah.
So that's a good time for me.
Yeah, that's a good spot. We're actually at a good spot, so nothing really important is going on, so.
Cool.
It's a shame that y'all didn't meet up yet, but y'all are right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. Oh, I gotta admit, I think I love this version of GRAC so much better than the 4th edition D&D version. Whoa, that fight was awesome.
And hey, my brother just got home. Cool.
Alright.
I'll see you. When's our next like meetup thing?
Let's just send messages back and forth and talk about when we want to schedule another one. Or
Okay.
let's just try to do it within a week or
Okay.
maybe a week and a few days. But
Sounds good.
we had some really good role playing today, guys, and that was a lot of fun. And then we had some really cool fights. So
Mostly
We
me.
had really cool fight.
quite the piece.
Yeah, I ripped those 2 elves to pieces. That was awesome.
Hey, we.
Dan forced his character to actually question himself and take a deeper look inside his character. That's
That was
pretty
some
serious.
really awesome role playing there, Dan. That was awesome.
It's funny because you should write down you know how a lot of role players or a lot of game masters write down what happened in like kind of a what is it like a once per whatever weekly log. It'd be like you know like, dear game log. Today, Minotaur fought people, and the guard questioned himself, and and the elf made him uncomfortable. Everyone made him uncomfortable.
Y'all should write down the notes y'all think are important because I won't
Yeah,
draw
yeah, of
pen
course.
important things. And if you ask the right question, I may give you an IQ roll to remind you what happened. But
Well, I will.
and I like intrigue and subtleties, So
I will
Hey,
post.
hey,
I will post a link to the video of the game in your community there, so you'll all be able to go back to it.
sweet.
yeah,
Thanks. Well,
Okay,
later, Mark. Later, Steve.
it's Mike, not Mark.
What was his name? Curtis? It's Kevin. Okay. Good night.
All right,
all
night.
right. So